What is up, my veggies? My name is VeggieTales Raymond, and welcome back to another video. And today, I just wanted to talk because I saw another YouTuber made a video like this talking about My Little Pony, and I thought I should do it as well because it's just a big deal in my life, and always it has been ever since I discovered the show. And it has been ever since. So let's talk about it. So I know I've told my brony story in the past, but I'm going to restate it for this video. So the first things first, I discovered the show back in 2010 actually. I watched a little bit of it, and one time I really tried to watch it in front of people. My older brother told me, he was like, "Why are we watching this girl crap?" And I turned it off, and I didn't watch it until after my parents got divorced, which I believe was in either 2012 or 2013 is when I started watching some episodes on demand. I remember watching the season 2 premiere, and like only episode 1 being on demand, and I really wanted to watch episode 2 because I was on a cliffhanger. And I actually do remember watching the heck out of that one. I was like, oh yeah, finally. But I really didn't discover the fandom until 2013 after the Equestria Girls movie came out. I was able to find the whole thing on YouTube. Yes, whoever uploaded that full thing to YouTube, I want to thank you, but I also was like, don't be stealing stuff like that. I guess, I don't know. But that's how I found it. I'm going to be honest, that's how I found it and watched it for the very first time. And I loved it. And after I got done watching that movie for the first time, that's how I discovered the brony fandom. I watched the movie, and I went through a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube, because I had my Wii U at the time, and I was watching stuff on my Wii U. And I was like, wow, there's so much I loved about what I was watching, and I fell in love with these characters, and the animation I appreciate now, and the show really connected with me, and I've been watching it ever since, and it's made a huge change in my life. When I first told my dad I was a brony, or when I first discovered the brony fandom, I bought, my backpack is over here. I bought this book. If I can dig it out for you guys real quick. I bought this book. We were at Books A Million trying to find a Percy Jackson book, because it came with a pen I wanted. I didn't have the book though. And I saw this book. Oh, upside down. Saw this book. And I looked through it a little bit before my dad came around, and I was afraid to ask him for it. I was like, they didn't get the book I want. I was like, is there any other book you'd want? I was like, yeah, but I'm not sure, let me get it. He's like, well, like, follow me. I showed him this. It was like, it's a My Little Pony book. And my dad was actually didn't freak out or anything. Like I thought he would. Because at that point, my dad's never heard of the brony fandom. Never heard of and so I got this book and I carried it around everywhere. Not this specific copy, because that copy fell apart. And the thing is, this is when it started at school. People saw me carrying this around, and and they were like, why are you carrying around a pony book? And I'm like, because I like it. And I would get made fun of and all that stuff for being a guy and liking My Little Pony. And I didn't care. Sure, it may have hit me a little bit at first, but then later on, and I started, my first bit of pony merchandise because I would watch these blind bag unboxing videos a lot back then. And there was one channel I watched specifically, which was Radio JH Audrey. I watched her a lot because I just loved the blind bag videos she did. I don't know why I watched them so much. I just did. I hadn't watched her videos in so long. But I wanted some blind bag ponies. I didn't really care for the ones with the hair, the dolls, or anything like that. I didn't care for them. My very first one I got was Fluttershy. And I think I still have that figure in my bag of ponies in my room. And I really just can't believe that even though I just wanted to get the whole main 6. And I got so lucky because even though later on I didn't want to get the main 6 because they were so common, I wanted the entire main 6 and I wound up getting them after every pack I got. And I would carry those around to school every day in this big, this little gray bag. I would carry around to school, and when we weren't doing anything, I'd pour them all on the table, and people were like, "Wow, you have a lot of those." And if I could just go back to them now and show them the collection I've got now, they'd be like, "Whoa." And that's really what sparked me collecting. And I think that started in 6th grade. And for Pete's sake, it's 2019 now, and I've been watching My Little Pony for years now by this point. And the show really has changed my life. I've never been able to go to fan meetups or anything of that sort, but when I found out my friend, he was making fun of when I first when I was doing our own at recess. I would do our own little total drama thing. And one of the challenges that I did was see how many questions, even though they didn't know anything about it, how many questions you can get right about My Little Pony. And I thought, and I started really becoming a brony around season 4. And the episodes... and they're my friend that's before he was freaking, what was it? I'm trying to remember. He was like, oh, I'm a man or something like that. I shouldn't be answering these questions, blah, 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 something like that. But then later on, about a week or two later, I'm guessing he decided to watch it himself and became a fan. Now, he's not really in the fan base anymore. You actually know this person. He's been in videos before, but I'm not sure how he'd feel about me revealing that he used to be a brony. And he doesn't hate the show. It's just he's not a fan anymore. Just take a look at the people on my channel. You'll take a guess. I don't know if I should reveal it or not. He used to be a brony. He's not anymore. But... then after that, how I got Will into My Little Pony, you guys know my little buddy Will, I was waiting for the new episode. I fell asleep. They were doing an all-day marathon, and I fell asleep waiting in the morning for the new episode. Freaking Will was there. He was watching it too, and he woke up and he's like, when I woke up and we watched the season finale of season 4, he was like, that was actually good, I like it. I'm a brony now. And just like my other friend, Will has died out of it. And then years later, I discovered my friend Cody was also a brony. Not as big into it as I am, but he was a brony, and I was like, whoa, what? And I was like, wow, that is really freaking cool. Because I was carrying around a book that I was reading at the time. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. I thought it was in here. Oh wait, here it is. I got this book at Books A Million one day because it was like on sale. So I bought this and I read it and I was reading it at the time and he saw me carrying it and he's like, "Are you a brony?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I was surprised that he knew what a brony was because a lot of people don't know. But now more people at my school know what a brony is and they're so accepting of it. I even have friends that like the show, but don't consider themselves bronies. Like my friend Jonathan, you guys have never seen him in a video. He likes the show, but he doesn't consider himself a fan. And it's I've just been watching it ever since, and my life has gotten significantly better because of the show. And then I knew about the My Little Pony movie years before it even came out. I was hyped for it before it was even announced. Well, not announced. I was hyped for it whenever. It was like announced like back in 2013 or 14, I think. I remember on this channel years back before I deleted a bunch of videos, I made a video about it. Because there was this little video floating around online of like some 3D animation of the characters of Fluttershy. And that was supposed to be like a teaser for the movie, and it wasn't. So I thought it was for a while. I still want to know the source of where that came from. I still don't know. And when the movie came out 2 years ago, I went and saw it 3 times. And now I own the Blu-ray copy. Because it's one of my... It's just because of... And I remember waiting for... I'm jumping back and forth between some stories now. I remember when Rainbow Rocks got announced. I was waiting for it. I had this series on this channel that I did called Waiting for Rainbow Rocks. I would make a video just watching a bunch of pony videos on my Wii U gamepad. That was before I knew what the heck I was doing. Some could argue I still don't know what I'm doing. But it really changed me and my personality and who I am. I still get made fun of when people find out. They're like, "You watch My Little Pony? What the heck is wrong with you?" And then a lot of people try to defend it, be like, "Hey, I watch it with my little sister or something." It's like, I watch it by myself. I can pop it on right now on Netflix and I'll watch any episode. And speaking of episodes, I'm not like most bronies. Most bronies have episodes they just hate. Me personally, there hasn't really been an episode I haven't liked. There's nothing in episodes I didn't like, and songs I didn't enjoy as much. And I know every lyric to every song in this show, so and the movies. So you just want to give me a quiz one day? It's like, sing this song. I can do it. You ever see me at a meetup or a convention or something? It's like, yeah, sing it. I'm like, okay. My Little Pony. My Little Pony, but I also don't hate the theme song like most bronies do, because I'm like, skip the intro. I'm like, I'm not skipping the intro, because I don't hate the intro. It is the most girly part, at least it was, not really anymore, in my opinion, because the way it is now. Is it raining outside? I can't tell. But like I was saying, being a brony for as long as I have has really been a big deal. And when I started putting pony videos on YouTube, and some of them actually started to gain some attention, especially more in recent years, like my PMVs I started doing, which I'm so glad I started doing those, because those have gotten such positive reception ever since I did the Once Upon a Time ones. My audio drama that I was doing way back when was so much. And one of my most popular videos on my channel is my movie FNAF Meets MLP, which shocked me that has as many views as it has. It still shocks me. And I just love the fact that this fandom is so accepting and so nurturing. And a lot of people, when they think about the brony fandom, they think, oh, it's a bunch of a bunch of gays, or you're a pedophile, or all that stuff. And like, that stuff really, when people say stuff like that and assume stuff like that, it really makes me angry. Because like, literally, so a bunch of people would ask me, just automatically assume I'm gay or something like that. And it makes me so mad when people just assume stuff like that. And like, some people say it's 2019, you can't just assume stuff like that. You can't assume things of people anymore. But I'm not getting into all that. That's a whole other can of worms. But it does really make me angry when somebody like is like, you can't judge it. You cannot judge why I like it, because one, you haven't watched it yourself. You cannot judge something without watching it. That's why I stopped judging movies before I saw them. I give like what I think will happen, how it'll be, but I don't say him. That's why I stopped doing that. You can't judge something, and like, just because a guy watches a cartoon of meant for little girls, which in my opinion I don't even think it's meant for little girls at this point. I don't even think that was Lauren Faust's original vision with it. I mean, she wanted to make a show that could appeal to everyone, and I'm glad she did, because it became one of the greatest shows of all time, in my opinion. And My Little Pony just became this huge phenomenon. It was being covered on the news. When have you ever seen a cartoon get so big like this? It's covered on the news. I don't know if it was ever covered on the news around where I live, but I've seen news reports about the weirdness between a brony and how weird it is that a 35-year-old man and a 12-year-old little girl can also like the same thing. And not to mention, the brownie fandom does have the dark sides. There are people out there that are weird, that like the clop side of the fandom. Don't even ask. If you don't know what that is, don't even ask. Do not Google it. It is horrible. That stuff's disgusting. There are people out there that are just like that. And people just assume that the entire fandom is like that. It's similar to the furry fandom, where there are weird people in the furry fandom that are into weird stuff like that, if you guys know what I'm talking about. But it's not the majority of the fandom. See, and like I say every time I have this conversation, every fandom has its dark side. Every fandom. Some it shows worse than others. Okay, is it raining? I can't tell if that's just my air conditioner or that it's raining. I can't tell. But like I was saying, this is just something that really I am passionate about. I've tried my best to make pony fan content. I have an ongoing series on my channel that I need to get back to, Turtle on a Pony. I still collect pony toys, and I'm 18 years old. People say it's immature. How? Me personally, I still get my schoolwork done. I still pay attention to school and everything. I'm mature. I may not be mature all the time, but I don't see how watching My Little Pony is immature. That's just like saying someone going to see a Disney movie is immature. People who just say watching cartoons is immature. I've made a video about that a while back, and it made me angry. That's why I made that video. And people just assume stuff like that. But with another thing that really upset me though in recent years, but BronyCon was the last convention, last BronyCon this year. I'm pretty sure there are still other pony conventions going on, but BronyCon was one I wanted to attend for years. See, I went through little stages where I wanted to go to certain places. Like, really, the big stage that I went through was like I wanted to go to Legoland so bad, and then that stage kind of went away because I wasn't really into Lego as much anymore. Then I wanted to go to BronyCon. That's been my want-to-go obsession for years now, and I was going to go this year, but it was the fact that, even though the tickets went down really cheap in price, it was getting there to Baltimore was the problem, because I live all the way in Mississippi, and all the way to Baltimore would have been very, very difficult. But that's the reason why I feel like I need to make this video, is because that was the last BronyCon, and that was the biggest Brony convention, and a lot of people met their friends that way. I've made friends through this fandom, and it's so great to go on like places like Equestria, Amino, and just talk with other fans. It's so nice to do stuff like that. Recently, I put some information out. No, it wasn't recent. That was a while ago. But like, I reached out to some people on Amino, and I said, "Hey, I'm trying to do a cover of a song. I need some help. Anybody interested?" Still haven't done that cover, but I have a public chat room on Amino now. So if you ever want to come talk with me or talk with the fans, the fandom, come do it. Because, like, I love being a brony. Long after the show ends and Generation 5 starts, we will always remember friendship is magic. That, I think it is raining. I cannot tell. It's gonna bother me. I'm not even gonna edit this out. I'll be right back. No, it is not raining. I apologize. And recently, actually not too long ago, I bought this. I don't know if I'm showing off in a video yet, but I bought this. This is the second volume to this. This has pretty much a guide to season 1 through 3, and then season 4 through 6. And I believe they're probably gonna make another book for seasons 7, 8, and 9. But with the don't fall, books. But with being a brony for as long as I have, and how much of an impact this show has had upon my life, and I will love this. I'm planning on, as soon as the show ends, I hope they release a full collection of like everything, like with all the Equestria Girls movies and specials, and all of My Little Pony specials. Even there's only 2. Every single short they've put out. I sure hope we're able to get like collections with that on them. Because I don't know, there's still tons of shorts that I have not watched. With the My Little Pony movie in it. With how much was some drink? I'm not sponsored by Powerade, by the way, so it's just being a fan for as long as I have. I've never been, because I've gone through phases where I've been really obsessed with things. That was my Star Wars phase. That was my Phineas and Ferb stage. There was my Lego stage. And there was the pony stage that never left. The pony stage never left. Other stages came in along with it, but the pony stage never left. Like the FNAF stage came around, and that hasn't left that much either. It's still sticking with me, but it's not as prominent or dominant or whatever as the ponies are. Like freaking ponies are up here, FNAF is like down here. But everything that I have done over the past 6 years, I think, since I started watching this, officially became a brony. It's changed my life, and I'm so passionate about this show. I could get English much? I could care less what anyone else thinks about it. You can hate on the brony fandom all you want. All I'm going to say is, if you're going to try to ask me questions about the show just to make fun of me, people have done that, I will answer the questions very passionately. They asked me, I did this, and actually this year, I pulled out my Chromebook, pulled up a picture, and started naming characters. I can name characters right now. You got Twilight Sparkle, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie. I already said Pinkie Pie, didn't I? All the Fluttershy, Rarity, all of them. Spike, Diamond Tiara, Scootaloo, Sweetie Belle, Apple Bloom, Trouble Shoes, Cheese Sandwich, Princess Celestia, Princess Luna, Silver Spoon, Twist, Terramar, Smolder, Ember, Thorax, Queen Chrysalis, Grogar, all these characters. I could go on for days. Cozy Glow, Tyrek, King Sombra, Discord, The Smooths, Cheerly, Scootaloo's parents, which I don't exactly remember their names, but Sweetie Belle's parents, and actually I can look at their names real quick. They're in this book. They're in here somewhere. I'm telling you, they're in here somewhere. Trust me, they're in here somewhere. They're in here, I promise. I've looked through this book countless times. They're in here. I swear they're in this book. I'm not leaving this segment of the video until I find they're in here somewhere, I know it. I can't find them. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong, they're just not in here and I'm just not thinking. I thought they were in that book. Being a brony has been a huge part of my life for the past like 6, 7-ish years. And I've gone through my phases of shows and stuff that I really liked. Like Phineas and Ferb, Veggie Tales. So, and I still love those shows, just nowhere to the extent My Little Pony has. Do you see Phineas and Ferb conventions out there? Do you see Veggie Tales conventions out there? This show's gotten so big, there are conventions dedicated to it all over the world. Multiple times a year. Different countries. All that. There are so many pony conventions out there. And I love that. You don't see a lot of cartoons that get their own convention. You get like these subgenres with their own convention, like anime and stuff like that. But My Little Pony is one TV show. And I can't talk about My Little Pony without talking about the past My Little Pony. I never really had any connection to the previous generations. I knew they existed, I didn't care. And when I became a brony, I've watched some of the previous stuff, and all I can say is I still have the nightmares. G3. But all I can say is the brony fandom has changed my life. And even though the show's ending, if new people want to become bronies, join the show may be ending. The fandom is not going to go nowhere. Because people are so passionate about this. People make fan works, music, art, fan series. There was a fan film in production at one point, and I'm still mad that it didn't happen. I was looking forward to that when I remember watching the trailer on repeat, waiting for that to happen. And then freaking Hasbro had to sniff their freaking noses and it was like, you can't do that. You're mean. Could have just put ads on the video, have all the ads for the video go to you. And there was so much work already done on that film, so I was really, really, really angry about it. And there was the rumors about it continuing as an audio drama, which I wish, I haven't heard nothing about that since that was news announced years back. I want the Journey of the Spark to be continued. But while I'm on the topic of Hasbro, I've had my own problems with Hasbro. A while back, bronies used to react to episodes of the show, and they get taken down because of just the copyright system or whatever. And then more recently, they've been doing it for the last like 3 years or so, or 2 years or something like that, and Hasbro hasn't been taking the videos down. And I'm like, huh? So I'm like, okay, maybe I can do it. So I recorded videos for the first 3 episodes of the series, and I wanted to react to the whole series. And Hasbro wouldn't let me, but other channels have been doing it. So, no, but before then I did a reaction video to the best gift ever, which is still up on the channel. You can go watch that reaction. Yeah, it's also up on Dailymotion just in case it gets taken down over here. But what the yeah, is that just me, or is there something on my screen, or is that just a shadow? Oh, it's a shadow. Yeah, but with that being said, I tried to react to the Rainbow Road Trip on the channel. And people have done it, and their videos are still up as of right now. And I can't, and my video is not allowed to get uploaded. If you're going to do this to one person, do it to everyone, Hasbro, because that is ridiculous that that they can do it and I can't. It is unfair. I made a video about this because I was really angry. That video took forever to edit, and I wasn't able to upload it. It's uploaded in I think 2 or 3 parts over on Dailymotion. If you guys want to go see that, I uploaded it over there. And that's why I've been uploading stuff like that is over on Dailymotion because, well, Dailymotion is not really, it's less filtered. But that's all I have to say really for this video, guys. I just really enjoy talking with you guys about this. And after the show ends, I'll probably make another video. Hasbro security is awful. Their episodes, the entire 9th season has been leaked in Russian. Or some other language. I thought it was Russian or something. I don't know. Couldn't tell you exactly. I think it's Russian, though. And I can't go on YouTube without seeing something about it. It's so hard to avoid spoilers right now. I won't lie. I have watched leaked episodes. I have to admit. A lot of us have. Up to episode 21, I've watched the leaked episodes of season 9. And I'm sorry to admit that. I'm trying not to watch any more of the ones that get leaked because I want to wait till they air on TV because I feel bad when I do that. I was like, but I'm impatient. I'm like, if I do that, I'm going to finish the series before it's actually done here in the States. Which is really upsetting. I know you're probably thinking, yeah, other shows that this ends, and plus it's getting a reboot. There's a bunch of theories that Generation 5 is going to connect over to Generation 4 is going to connect Generation 5 in some way, shape, or form. That's what the movie is for. That's supposed to come out in 2021. That's also supposed to be 3D animated, which I'm concerned because of that new 3D animated short that came out. Which I'm pretty sure is a toy camera. I don't know. But that's really all I have to say to this video, guys. And just, I love that the brony fandom has become what it is. I love you guys. Keep being bronies. Subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.